Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, July 19th. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Denise Douglas. So glad you could join us this evening. Well, it's a controversial story that has strong opinions, Byron, on both sides.
A homeless woman named Tabitha living in Greenbelt. Many were concerned because she was living outside of City Hall, her clothing and other belongings laid out on a bench.
Since that story in May, things have changed. CTV's Sonia Srivastava is joining us now. What's the latest here?
Hi, Denise and Byron. Yes, there's definitely an update here. For close to 2 years, Tabitha made her home here, and we should see that. In the rain, snow, or shine, she was always there. Many residents didn't have a problem, but others said she was mentally ill. Some told us she would often yell at the kids going to the library. We have now learned that Tabitha has been charged with multiple offenses, including resisting arrest and disorderly conduct after biting a police officer. Now, we spoke to Aaron Mengel, who manages a restaurant on Crescent Road, and he says Tabitha was getting out of control.
There was voting going on for the city of Greenbelt. Overnight, she was pulling out the signs from the ground, throwing them around, causing a loud scene. And of course, there's houses right across from there. In the middle of the night, the police came over. They asked her to, stop, if she could move to another area, that they had voting going on in just a few hours. She refused. They tried to detain her, and in which case she had bit an officer, I believe, twice. So they arrested her for assault and got her into a mental health facility. As far as I know, she was there for about 2.5 weeks. She got some good help, and they released her. We've all tried to get her help, the police, local citizens. We all trying to help her. Unfortunately, it just seemed like she didn't want any help.
Now, we did try to get a status on Tabitha, but since no one knows her last name, it was very difficult to navigate the system. We have heard from several residents that tell us that she was released, but she has not been seen back in Greenbelt.
Interesting. Now, when you initially did the story back in May, this got a lot of attention, right?
It did. Most of it, there was some good, but a lot of bad. People were upset that we did a story on her, that we should just leave her alone, while others, on the other hand, felt that, she deserved better. And we agreed with all of that. And that's one of the reasons we went back and did this story, is to find out if there was an update. And our intent here was to show this ongoing problem in Prince George's County that, all communities are seeing. It's not just Greenbelt.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the issue was to try to get her help.
Absolutely. And I think that, when she did get into the system, we had heard from so many folks along the way that she had mental health problems. Now, there's no way that we can, confirm that, get your certificate or confirm anything like that. But a lot of people had said that she shows signs of that. And sometimes, folks like that need help, but they refuse to take it. And that's the case here.
Yeah, we wish her the best, that she gets what she needs.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Now, switching gears to a look at what's going on in education, 2 deputy superintendent positions and other jobs are expected to be cut under a new reorganization plan being put in place at the Prince George's County School District. The interim superintendent, Dr. Monica Goldson, said in a statement that could save the district $1 million. CTV's Katara Jones is in our studio with the details.
Acting Superintendent Dr. Monica Goldson has already made some changes to the school system's central office. Goldson has announced that she will eliminate 2 deputy superintendent positions and hopes to restructure the executive leadership. However, she plans to create 3 new positions. A school system spokesperson says Goldson is committed to creating efficiency and transparency throughout Sasser. Now, no word yet on how many positions she plans to cut in the near future. I'm Katara Jones, CTV News.
And the Chesapeake Bay Foundation is coming out against legislation making its way through Congress. House Resolution 6147 is also known as the Good Lad Amendment. The Bay Foundation says the bill, which passed, threatens decades of progress on cleaning up the Chesapeake Bay. The organization says the measure undermines a state and federal program by prohibiting the EPA from ensuring accountability.
The Good Lad Amendment, in a nutshell, would undermine the accountability inherent to the program, this restoration program that the Bay States voluntarily asked for. As I said, they've been working hard for many years together, collaboratively, and found that measurable results and firm accountability are 2 key pieces of the cleanup that were previously missing. So they asked the EPA to provide those. The Good Lad Amendment would defund the accountability portion, which would mean that if one state falls behind, there would be no safety net to recover those investments.
And that bill now goes to the Senate for consideration.
The outpouring of support for the victims of the Capital Gazette shooting and their families continues. More than $685,000 has been donated to several funds for them, according to the Baltimore Sun. There are a variety of donors, including a banker whose offices are in the same building as the newspaper and a Washington journalist. Combined, their contributions came to $300,000. Money will go to the families and surviving victims. Scholarships are also being set up for aspiring journalists. In addition, a tribute concert for the victims, headlined by the Maryland band Good Charlotte, is being held on July 28th in Annapolis. Tickets go on sale today.
The Maryland House of Delegates announces changes to leadership positions. Kathleen Dumais of Montgomery County has been named Majority Leader. Here in Prince George's County, Delegate Jocelyn Pena-Melnick has been named Vice Chair of the Health and Government Operations Committee. Chris Valderrama will become House Speaker Pro Tem. Jazz Lewis has been tapped as the Vice Chair of the House Democratic Caucus, and District 26 Jay Walker was named Vice Chair of the House Ways and Means Committee. And hoping to improve relations between police and the communities they serve, Senator Ben Cardin introducing or reintroducing legislation aimed at doing just that. The Law Enforcement Trust and Integrity Act provides incentives for local departments to adopt performance-based standards to ensure incidents of misconduct will be reduced through management and training. The legislation also authorizes funds for the implementation of consent decrees. Baltimore City Police entered an agreement with the feds in the wake of the Freddie Gray death. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has come out against such federal oversight, saying it hurts police morale.